All right, BarNaturalPrez, talk to the people, man. Let them know what's getting ready to go down.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? We back with the Prez and good money. And today I'm going to talk to you guys about high rep training versus low rep training. What the difference is, the benefits of both, what's utilized for what. All right, so let's get right into it. So we're going to start with low rep training. Low rep training is going to be utilized by beginners, people that are looking to make strength gains. Low rep training is more focused on building strength. And when I say this is going to be focused on more for beginners, listen, if you're a beginner and you're just learning pull-ups and you can only do 1 pull-up, 2 pull-ups, 3, 4, 5, even up to like 6 to 8 pull-ups, you're still working in that strength building range, in that low rep range volume. Remember, low reps is working on strength. If you can only do 1 or 2 pull-ups per set, you're now building strength in the pulling motion. You're now working on building strength in the pull-up to get better and better. Listen, strength is the key driver to hypertrophy. When I say hypertrophy, I mean overall muscle growth. Hypertrophy means muscle building. Atrophy means muscle breakdown. Those are science terms, right? So strength is the overall driver of hypertrophy. When I mean that is you have to get stronger in general to grow. So you cannot constantly be doing the same weight, 1 rep, 1 rep, 1 rep, 1 rep, 1 rep, forever and ever and ever, and think that you're gonna, in the beginning it's gonna work. In the beginning, that 1 rep is gonna be challenging for you. But once you get good at doing that 1 rep, if you only do that 1 rep over and over and over again, with your same body weight, the same weight that you started doing that 1 rep, but that was hard for you, you are no longer gonna start growing. You are no longer getting stronger because you already mastered that rep and at that weight. So the adaptations are no longer coming. So strength range and strength work is low rep training. So if you're a beginner, like I said, that's why beginners learning pull-ups, when you're just getting your first 1 up to 10 pull-ups, you're mostly going to be focusing in that strength building range. Because if you can't do 10 pull-ups yet, that means when you're doing set after set after set, so if you're down doing, if I say on a program, 3 sets of max reps and you're a beginner, let's say your first set you may get 10 pull-ups, but then by set 2 and 3 your pull-ups are going to drop. You're going to get maybe 8 pull-ups and then 6 pull-ups. So you're going to be working that low volume, the lower end of the hypertrophy building range. Remember, in terms of muscle building, and if you look up things in like books and online, they'll classify strength building as 1 to 5 rep range. They'll classify hypertrophy, which is muscle growth, as a 6 to 12 rep range. And then they'll classify endurance training as like 12 to 15 plus rep ranges, right? Those are the bodybuilding, the bro science classifications. They're all true, they all have depth, they all have factual evidence behind them, but they're all not the end all be all, and it's not all set in stone for each set style of training either. So going back to low rep work. So now let's say you're not a beginner, and now you already have a good base of pulling strength, right? So you're working on pull-ups. Now you can do sets, 3 sets of 10 reps, right? Now you want to get stronger. The best way to get stronger is to now add a little bit more weight to your body and start working that low rep range again. So again, low reps are really going to focus on building strength. When I say building strength, yes, we're going to be building muscle too. Remember when I said strength is the key driver in hypertrophy. In order to get more volume in and more reps in general, you have to generally get stronger. You have to get stronger at a weight so you can progress to a heavier weight and start working at that rep range. So for instance, in the beginning, let's say you're working at a 5x5 pull-up set, right? Say you could throw on, say you already can master 5 sets of 10 pull-ups body weight, right? So now you want to increase some weight and you want to work at building strength. A great program that you can follow for strength building is known as a 5x5 training program. That means you're doing 5 sets of 5 reps at a consistent weight. You do the same weight for all 5 rounds, and all 5 rounds you hit 5 reps. If you do not hit 5 reps, all 5 sets, you are not ready to move on to a stronger weight yet, a heavier weight yet. That's how you consistently build strength, working that low rep range, mastering weights at a given set and rep range. You could also do 5x3, but 5x5 will give you a better base because now you're lifting a set weight for 5 reps for 5 sets. And you also, when doing that type of training, you want to remember, you want to keep your break periods consistent. So you don't want to do 5 reps set 1, wait 2 minutes, hit 5 reps set 2, wait 5 minutes, and then hit 5 reps set 3, wait 10 minutes, and you want to be able to hit it with consistent break periods. So again, 5 reps set 1, 2-minute break, 5 reps set 2, 2-minute break, 5 reps set 3, 2-minute break, 5 reps set 4, 2-minute break, 5 reps set 5, 2-minute break. Then you move on to a heavy weight. Now listen, say you get 5 reps set 1, 2-minute break, 5 reps set 2, 2-minute breaks, 5 reps set 3, 2-minute break. But then by set 4, you only get 3 reps, right? What do? You do your 3 reps, you rest your 2 minutes, and you go to set 5. Let's say set 5, now you only get 2 reps. So that means with that 25-pound plate, you're not ready to move on yet. So now you have to go back the next time you're training. You want to make sure you get set 1, 5 reps, set 2, 5 reps, set 3, 5 reps, and now where you failed on set 4, now your goal is to hit 5 reps on set 4 before worrying about set 5. If you hit the 5 reps on set 4 previously from the previous week, you already made progress, you already got stronger, you already accomplished progressive overload. So now what you do is, now the next time you work on the program, you keep that 25 pounds on, and now you get 5 reps set 1, 5 reps set 2, 5 reps set 3, 5 reps set 4, 5 reps set 5. Then by the next week, you're able to add 5 pounds, 10 pounds, and work all over. So let's say the next week we start all over, right? We worked at 25 pounds, now we want to move up to a 35-pound plate. So now what do? We're trying to 5x5 training. We go up, our first set, we hit only 4 reps. Do we say, damn, I'm not ready for 5x5? No, we hit 4 reps, rest 2 minutes, hit however many reps you can. You record it. Next time you come, you keep the 35 pounds on again. Now you work on getting 5 reps that first set. You try beating your second set, and so on and so forth until you're able to complete 5 reps of 5 sets of 5 reps with that weight, and then you move on. So remember, you're not working in a higher rep range than 5. You're staying in that 1 to 5 rep range throughout all these training sessions and sets until you complete the 5x5, and then you go up in weight. That is strength training. That is low rep training. If you guys solely focused on strength training only, you will build an impressive physique if you're doing it full body, well-rounded. You want to be working on shoulder pressing movements. You want to be working on bench and chest pressing movements. You want to be working on pulling movements for your back, and you also be working on leg and squatting and hinging movements for your lower body. You could solely do a 5x5 program for, let's say you want to do it for 6 weeks as a beginner. You're going to go Monday, we're going to work chest and legs Monday, right? Chest and legs on Monday, 5x5. So we're going to do weighted dips 5x5, or bench press 5x5, and squats 5x5, or lunges 5x5. That's going to be day 1. Day 2, we're going to do back 5x5. We're just going to keep that day. We're going to do weighted pull-ups, maybe some accessory movements for back as well, some rows. And again, on day 1, besides doing 5 sets of 5 reps for your 2 main compounds, then you can throw in some accessory movements, push-ups, some push-ups if you're doing 5x5 weighted dips. If you're working in the gym and you're doing 5x5 bench press, then you can do your accessory movement as some body weight dips instead. Work on the accessory movements after you get the 5x5 compound movements done. So that was day 1. Let's say day 2 as a beginner, you're going in and you want to hit back as a 5x5, so you do weighted pulls, some rowing, and then your day 3 would be a shoulder 5x5, or you could even do it day 1, back and chest, day 2, shoulders and legs, and just cycle that back and forth as a beginner. Solely working on a 5x5 program, you will build an impressive physique as long as you're consistent and work on progressively getting better. Now let's move into high rep training. Now, high reps can be classified as high reps over 5. Is that considered high reps? Because now are we talking about low reps as being as 1 to 5? So this 6 considered high reps? Maybe to some people is considered high reps. If you're a beginner and you only can do 1 pull-up, hitting 6 would be hard for you and high for you, right? But again, we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about actual high reps. Let's talk about in that 12 to 15 rep range. So remember, we're going to go back and say classified by the bro science and the bodybuilding and like the scientific textbooks, they'll consider hypertrophy in that 6 to 12 rep range. And if you look at the definition of hypertrophy, it is muscle building. They say working in that 6 to 12 rep range is optimal for muscle building. But would you consider 6 to 12 rep range high? I could do an easy 6 to 12 pull-ups every set over and over. So is that high reps for me? No, high reps for me would have to be 20. So high reps is what's relative to you, number 1. But again, we're going to classify high reps today as doing, let's just classify it as 20 plus reps a set, right? So now we're starting off as an intermediate or a beginner. So now we want to work on high rep training. We're still focused. Our main goal is right now to build muscle. Like I said, every modality will build muscle. They say 1 to 5 is strength training. They say 6 to 12 is hypertrophy, muscle building. Then they say 12 to 15 plus is endurance based, right? So the only one that actually has the definition of muscle building is in the hypertrophy. But again, it's not end all be all. That's not the case. You're gonna build a ton of muscle focusing on strength training. And if you only work in that high rep endurance range, you will also build muscle. But you have, listen, switching up your routine and variation is also key to progression. Your body will adapt to the same thing over and over. So I don't recommend doing the same thing. I don't recommend doing the same 5x. You could do a 5x5 program literally indefinitely as long as you're progressively getting better. Working at a high rep range now will become a little more challenging. So let's say in the beginning 20 reps are challenging for you, right? So in the beginning you're trying to work, your max set of pull-ups most of the time is 10. You could bang out 10 pull-ups. So now you're working on getting 15 reps, right? You're hitting 10 and you're pushing yourself out to get 15. You're now working on more endurance in the set. You're also putting your muscles through more stress. So yes, they're building endurance, but they're also building more volume. And volume, along with strength, volume is also a key driver of hypertrophy. The more total reps and sets you put in a given exercise will build strength. Let's look at it like this. You have 100 pounds on the bar. I'm going to do 10 sets of 10 reps of bench press with 100 pounds, right? So if I did 10 reps for one set with 100 pounds, that's 1,000 pounds lifted one set, right? Let's think of it like this, right? 1,000 pounds lifted per set. If I did 10 sets of 10 reps with 100 pounds, in general, if I added it all up, my total volume would be 10,000 pounds lifted in one workout, right? Total volume. Now let's look at it like this. Instead, I did 200 pounds on the bar, but now I only did 5 sets. 5 sets of 5 reps of 200 pounds on the bar. Who lifted more weight? The person who did 10 sets with 10 reps with 100 pounds on the bar, or did the person who did 5 sets with 5 reps with 200 pounds on the bar? So let's see, 200 pounds on the bar, lifting it up and down, 200 times 5, that's still 1,000 pounds per set. But now he only did that 5 sets instead of 10 sets. So his total volume was only 5,000 pounds lifted. He may have had more weight on the bar in general, but his volume from the 10 by 10 built his total workload up to 20,000 total weight lifted, as opposed to that 10,000 total weight lifted working with that 200 pound rep range. So think of volume as overall work done, guys. So now let's go back into high rep training. Eventually, you're gonna hit a plateau with high reps. So if you're working, let's talk body weight for instance. So let's come on the pull-up bar. Right? My max is 12 pull-ups. Right? 12 pull-ups is my max. Would that be considered high rep for me? Yeah, it would be, because now I'm maxing out. So what I can do to increase these reps now, I did 12. I'm gonna wait a few seconds. 13, one more. Wait a few seconds. 14, wait a few more seconds, and I'll just keep banging out single reps until I can no longer push out those reps. That's how you will build up more and more volume and get into that higher rep range. So now, getting used to, now let's say you do that method for weeks and weeks and you follow my how to increase your pull-up method, right? And now you're getting your max reps on pull-ups is 20. So you're hitting 20 pulls a clip. If you're forever gonna stay at 20 in the beginning, when you're learning to get to those 12 pulls, so when your body is adapting and getting stronger and stronger, building up to those sets of 20 pull-ups, the body will be making changes. It will be getting stronger, building muscle. But now let's look at it like this. So now we can hit 20 pull-ups a clip, right? We get good at it. So now we can hit 20 pull-ups for set 1. We can rest 2-3 minutes, hit it again. Rest 2-3 minutes, hit it again. So now we're getting really good at getting 20 pull-ups. Eventually, that 20 pull-ups for you will no longer be high reps. Why? Because your body has gotten used to the workload that it has to work with to get those 20 pull-ups. So now to start making changes, you gotta either go to 25 pull-ups, that's even higher reps, or you gotta start adding weight to your body. So if I could do 20 pull-ups body weight for set after set after set, maybe you could throw on a 10-pound plate and work at getting at 15 reps. Now maybe with a 10-pound plate, you can get 15 reps. And now you go 15, 15, 15. listen, they're classifying 12 to 15 as endurance, but you're not building just straight endurance. Yes, your endurance is building. Why? Because you're spending more time on the bar and your muscles are working longer. But your muscles working longer, more and more volume, again, is the key driver to lift to hypertrophy. So the more times I can lift my body on that bar, the more total volume is being added up to the workload, building more overall strength and weight lifted. So talking about high reps to a little more individualized as to whatever level you're at. When talking about low reps, it could be useful for everybody, and everybody can work on a 5x5 program indefinitely, as long as you constantly work on progressively getting better and increasing the weight. It is a program that has no limits. And again, besides doing those movements, you do your few accessory movements with those exercises, you will build an amazing and an impressive physique, as long as you're doing all the pushing, the full body workouts. And it doesn't have to be a full body workout every time. I mean, just training your body full in general. You want to make sure you're working the pushing for the shoulder muscles, the pushing for the chest muscles, the pulling for the back muscles, and the lower body hinging and squatting for the lower body. So there is a big difference between high rep and low rep training, but high rep training, again, is more individualized because everybody is different. So high reps for some people may not be high for others. Listen, let's say what can I do the most reps in? Push-ups, right? I could bang out more push-ups than I could do pull-ups. I could bang out more dips than I could do pull-ups, right? So let's say I could bang out my number for push-ups consistently. I could hit a 50 clip, right? So 50 clips of push-up is no longer going to be building a strength-based or a size-based adaptation to my body if I continually doing it at my body, because it gets used to that workload. Remember, you have to progressively overload. Progressive overload is the number one thing that causes muscle growth and changes and how you see improvements in your body and training in general. So if I can consistently do 50 clips, if I'm not pushing myself to try to get 55, 60 reps a clip, my body will no longer be making those changes. So 50 reps may be high for me, and at the same time, you're looking at me and you can only do 20 reps, like, damn, he's hitting 50, his fucking reps are mad high. But no, I built up to that. So 50 clip, yeah, it's high, but for me to get high reps, I want to hit 70 clip, you know? For me to make those adaptation changes, I got to hit 70 reps. That's the thing about high rep training. It's a lot more mental and it's harder to work on. It's a lot easier to go to the gym or just go on the bar and add more weight so you could work in that 1 to 5 rep range. It's a lot more scalable. It's more mental now when you're going against yourself and you say, I already hit 50 pushes. Now I got to stay here for 10 more. Now I got to get 60. Once you get good at 60, now you got to go to 70. Not everybody's going to want to go on the floor and rep out, rep after rep after rep, 70 clips. I'm not going to lie to you. It does get repetitive. It does get boring. It becomes very mental. It's a lot easier to scale weights when you have a set method. 5x5 training, that low rep range, is a very easy way to follow a program, which I recommend everybody do, especially if you're a beginner. You'll try out the 5x5 training. It could be done with calisthenics or the gym. It don't make a difference. But start out low rep range, and besides that, working that low rep range is going to teach your body movements. If you're not good at pull-ups yet, if you're not good at push-ups yet, if you're not good at squatting yet, you're not going to be able to go on the floor and work in those high rep ranges. You're going to have to build a strength. You're going to have to build a base and a solid understanding of the movement. And there's no better way of doing that and then working in the low rep range, slowing down the movements, understanding where your body is in space, and feeling the muscles actually working that are being used during the exercises. And if you just got on the floor and you can't do push-ups yet, and you just go try to do push-ups, and you look like this for your first timer with a banana back and you're arching, nah, that ain't gonna do no benefit for you. It's just gonna hurt you. So learn the movements, understand what you're doing, take it slow and steady. Listen, it's only a race against you versus you. Don't matter what the next person's doing. Your body will progress at its own rate and as effective as you're training and putting it through. So train smart. Of course, train hard, but always train smarter than harder. We ain't trying to get injured out here. And yo, like always, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this was useful for you guys. And like always, like, comment, subscribe to That's Good Money. Come to my page, subscribe. We got to get me to 10,000 subscribers. And don't forget, I comment back for everybody on my page. I've been trying to get back to people on Good Money page. It's a lot. He posts a lot of videos. I post on my page too, so it's a lot to get to. But I try my best to get back to everybody. But if you guys specifically want to hear, have a question for me after you watching on Good Money's video, just come to my page, leave a message, leave a comment there. Come on my Instagram at BarNaturals, BarNaturals, one word. Actually on YouTube, my bad. That's YouTube. On Instagram, on BarNaturalPrez. I bet I've been talking too much right now. I'm getting fucking exasperated. BarNaturalPrez on Instagram. DM me, request me, follow me on YouTube, follow me on IG. And again, thanks to Good Money. As always, peace out.
Thanks a lot, Prez. Links to his social medias will be in the description box. More to come from the Prez, y'all.
You already know.